Right, I'm going to see if I can finish this off. We were interrupted just as the protagonist, unnamed, my reading, was about to climb out into the daylight. In fact, it just has done. So this is to continue Writing Day. When I open my eyes again, things are clearer. They have adapted. I am on a pile of masonry and other less determinate debris. It spills down before me to either side, and although I don't look directly up, I work out that it rises for a considerable stretch behind. Down seems more interesting. Aggregated rubble, almost precipitous for some yards, but the angle moderates later on. At this point, its composition changes to stone and dirt. Finer debris where large obstacles to my passage, were I to go this way, are infrequent. In less than 50 yards this flattens out. Yet something is wrong in all this. Things just visible from the corner of my eye nag at me. I can't put my finger on why. I concentrate on how to get down. Initially it will be hazardous, and I must exercise the greatest of care. I descend cautiously, glad now that I left the torch behind, as it would only be an encumbrance. Small rocks and stones are dislodged as I make my way. All noises in this bright place dissipate without resonance. It is only with the greatest difficulty that I avoid being impaled on a jutting spar of rust and steel. I see no skeletal remains, which is some comfort, I suppose. Plainly, few willingly traverse these steep slopes. Eventually, I complete the sheer part to reach the scree of stone and dirt. At the bottom of this scree is level ground, which stretches to either side, in shape not dissimilar to a shelf. I am still in one piece, yet the sense of wrongness returns. Perhaps my sense of foreboding is that I feel exposed in this bright light, but I know that that reason doesn't fit my feeling. Focus, complete the task, get down safely. So I do. The shelf-like strip of ground is near. It is just a few yards wide. From one point a walkway protrudes at right angles. I register this, and the sense of wrongness returns with a vengeance. It is so bad that I can't see or think. I panic. What is wrong? I can't figure it out. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Think calm thoughts. For me, that is looking at a neatly organised shelves of library books ready to be lent out again. I imagine this. The vision is clear behind my closed eyes. I see ranks of books, all shapes and sizes, yet organised in such a way that each is in its proper place, neat, ordered, tidy. I am the head librarian, and I know where things are. Calm returns. Right, I'm ready. I open my eyes gradually. First, check my surroundings. The bottom of the scree, check, no problem. Level ground, check. It doesn't stretch far to the left and the right, and it isn't very wide. My eyes move to its further edge to assess its width. When I do that, the worry comes back. As for looking at the walkway jutting from it, well, my eyes start to do crazy things. I shut them again. Level ground, I'm struggling with level ground. It isn't just level ground, but what is it? It's narrow, barely wider than a good tunnel, and the walkway jutting out at right angles. But I'm struggling to understand anything else. By now, my eyes are well adapted to the light. I resolve to look back up the slope, It won't do any harm, and I might as well familiarise my way out of this vast place, just in case. So I turn to face the way I have come and open my eyes. Up I look, up past the finer debris that I have just trod, up to the place I emerged. The gap is well concealed, but I am certain I could locate it again. Up higher, ever higher, up to the far top of this slope. But the ceiling to this cavern is just plain wrong. It is textured in shades of grey and white and blue, and too bright. And something dawns in my mind. It's the sky. I'm looking at the sky. It's too far away to reach, yet I'm looking at it. I'm outside. The strangeness is resolved. I know what's wrong. No ceiling, no walls, and apparently no floor beyond the narrow strip of level ground behind me, which now I realise must be a path. I found a path. It must be a hill path, or even a mountain path. Now I know it's a path, I must look over its edge. Will my eyes rebel? Of course they will. They will want to believe in anything that isn't close. But I am eager. I want to see, to look at distant horizons. My mind is awash with fancy. Will I see a valley, a river, a forest? Organise, organise. First I sit. I might get vertigo. Then I turn to face the path, yet careful to concentrate on seeing only the ground by my knees. The debris underneath me feels fresh, rugged, even harsh. I pick up a piece, pitted and twisted. It is a badly corroded bit of metal to which crumbling grey powder adheres. I brush the powder off, marvelling that I am touching something that has been outside for how long? Uncountable years. Probably. I want to examine more, but mindful of the fact that savage murder and worse is commonplace on the surface, I return to my original course of action. Excitement mounts as on hands and knees I move closer to the path. Then I am on it. I prepare myself for dizziness. Wait. What about perspective? Will that trip me up? Could my eyes reject the idea of big and endless? What if I contract agoraphobia? Impatience wins out. I have to see. There'll be time later to be scared of open places. The edge is feet from me. I purposely don't look beyond it. Closer. Closer. I'm there. I look forward, past the edge of the path. Down it goes, a long way down. I look down, 50 yards, 100. I'm not sure. I must be on a cliff or even a mountain. And I am astonished. A long way below is the ground, and it is broad. Beyond this is more astonishment. It falls away for a great distance before merging into a mass of buildings. The buildings are at a considerable depth below. Is it a town? Yes, I am looking at a town in a valley. Its structures are a kaleidoscope of greys, but my head swims. It is too much to take in. I concentrate on closer things. Far below, the ground that abuts my cliff is swathed in green. Is that grass? Fingers of grey leak from my mountain to partly cover it. All is at a steep incline. Directly beneath me, a flat walkway emerges from the ground and reaches to the town. After 200 yards, it ends in steps that lead down. These steps fall away in flights to terminate at a platform set into the steep side of the valley. From here another walkway extends. This stretches away at a much lower level, and at its far end more stairs lead down, to be lost among a jumble of buildings. Walkway, you say. How do you know? People walk on it. I study them, but see no immediate signs of savagery. Perhaps it is merely latent or reserved for want-to-be librarians. I raise my eyes. The structure jutting at right angles from my path is similar in design to the walkways below. However, mine ends in mid-air. It does not connect down. Can I get down without assistance? It doesn't look likely. Should I draw attention to myself? The tales of savagery still resonate in my mind. Despite my sedition, I am well read in the circumstances that long ago prevailed. I pull back from the edge and consider my position. It occurs to me that I might even see a bird. Birds are said to have once been common outside. Would that I could flit down like one. My hands run through my hair. Streams of fine crystal-like particles fall. I still have my scraps of paper and my pencil stub. I have plenty to write about. Thanks for listening.